What is going on, guys? We are headed over to my friend Nick's house. He has a 2020 GT500 that he is detailing, so I want to show you guys that, and we're gonna go check it out. And we are in the truck, of course, because it's the only thing I can drive right now. We also just got stuck behind some slow people, so that sucks. We're gonna be over there in just a second, so let's go do it. If you haven't already, go to MustangLifestyle.net. Mustang Lifestyle new stickers and t-shirts are up on the website, so go check those out. And let's go check out this 2020 GT500. One of my favorite cars I've ever driven, and they just look awesome. So let's go check it out. I got this beautiful rapid red GT500. Someone stole the wheels on it already. It's crazy. Just kidding. Nick is ceramic coating this?
Yeah.
Are you correcting it too, or a slight correction?
No, full correction.
Full correction?
Full correction, wheels off, brakes, calipers, everything.
Starting with the wheels. Oh, this thing's pretty. Let's get a closer look. The brake dust is so crazy. Look at all that brake dust. That's why the ceramic coating is going to be really nice. Going to help all that brake dust just fall off.
Yeah.
Much easier.
It's definitely worth it. Especially on like a newer car, it's easier because once the miles builds up, all the brake dust and contaminants builds up on the wheels, and it makes it harder to get off and then make the coating adhere properly. That's why it's always best when you buy a brand new set of wheels before you put them on the car. Once you get your tires mounted, get them ceramic before you put them on the car. This car has practically no miles on it. I was able to clean them up perfectly, especially in the barrels, so this car won't be a problem. But something with 50, 60,000 miles on it could be.
So, Rapid Red 2020 GT500. Pretty as always. Got the comfort seats, non-Recaro. Which, comment down below, which one would you get? I am always a Recaro guy just because it looks better. These are probably more comfortable than the Recaro, but
I have been. I used to tease Andrew when we were looking at 19 GT350s. I didn't like that all of them came with these seats, and I was like, man, you can't have that car without the seats. I just drove it for 2 hours last night, and it was nice sitting in these seats.
yeah, they're definitely comfortable. It's just the Recaros look so good. I mean, when you open that door and you see the Recaros, I mean, it just looks awesome. The dash looks killer. Rapid red, stripe delete. Not from the factory. The owner of this car actually pulled off the stripes. Was it black stripes?
I think.
So black stripes got pulled off. It's gonna look good once it's coated, right?
Finally, somebody followed my recommendation. I've done, I don't know how many of these now, and whether it's new or not, the stripes is always a problem, right? They're not put on right from forward. They're full of swirls. You can't really correct them, and to me, it just lets the car down. I guess it just depends on what color combo you got, but this car with the black on the bumper, the hood's black, the roof's black, the mirror's black, the spoiler's black, it's got enough black and red going on to where without the stripes, paint properly dialed in, should be sick.
Just look at these massive calipers and rotors. Just insane. Well, that was a big bug. No longer. What you doing, Nick?
All right, good old iron removal. It's a red car, it'll be a little bit tougher for us to see, but we will hopefully see exactly how much iron fallout a brand new 2020 GT500 has out of Ford. So we'll see the particles start to turn red as they react with iron. Usually it's really bad in the back of the car. It takes a while for it to kick in.
Do you want to address the haters that say you can't wash a car in a garage? That don't know Florida?
I don't know, man. Been doing this so long and all my walls are fine. I mean, I'm super clean. I ain't got no mold. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't get my walls wet. The garage is open. My garage has a slight slant, so all the water drains out. Works for me.
Yeah.
It's hot in Florida, man. You can't do this outside. If you were to even try to do this outside,
it dries too quick.
The Iron X will dry on the car, and then you're gonna have bigger problems.
Yep. Especially a black car. It's impossible to wash a black car outside in the middle of the day.
Even the Raptor. The Raptor's too big to do. Everything dries. It's terrible.
Oh, I can see it here.
Is it Foreman? Yeah, it's really bad on the trunk.
Yeah, wax that out.
I think even Max switched to my method of agitating the Iron X.
What are you doing now, Nick?
It's pretty much the same as clay barring, just a much more faster and efficient way. The car really doesn't have much stuff on it. It's more of a precaution. It did have iron, as we found, but we couldn't seem to capture it on the camera. The reason why we're doing this is we don't want anything to come unlodged into the polisher's pad, and then you're spreading that throughout the paint. So the idea here is we're hopefully picking anything up that's stuck to it. And like a clay bar, this does very lightly mar, but since we're correcting the car, it's kind of the point.
So this is Nick's fancy light.
Oh, it's one of them. All right, so let me show you what we're looking for here. Oops, sorry, both my hands are full. And as I start to move the light, you should be able to see all the imperfections start to come out. Notice if I take it away and we leave just the garage light, paint looks perfect. Put this one back on, and now we're really starting to see the reality of the paint, which is why it's so important to have proper lighting, because for instance, if I was correcting only using the garage light, I wouldn't be able to see everything that's wrong with the paint. Therefore, what I would think is perfect versus the reality, two different things. And you take this car and you park it under a gas station, and all of a sudden it's, oh, where'd all that come from? Well, like I've said before, it's always there. You just didn't know about it, or you didn't see it. Some bug damage there. Car's up on stance. It's getting a little bit tough for me. Top of the roof's gonna need a multi-step correction for sure. Typical deck lid stuff.
Yeah, those always look
usually pretty terrible, or especially around the taillights. Get it right there. Overall, not bad. Pretty much no miles. I don't think he washed it a bunch. I told him to leave it be for me to do the car. But Rapid Red corrects up real nice and looks amazing when it's done. So.
All right, what you doing now?
So the wheels are already properly cleaned, as much as we can, and now I'm just wiping carpet eraser to remove any oils or anything that would stop the coating from bonding to the wheels. I've already sprayed a liberal amount. Now going through, as you can see, it's perfectly clean because I cleaned them earlier. Once this is done, we'll be able to start laying the coating. And this is definitely a step that you can't skimp. Even no matter how clean you think something is, you need to make sure that there's just no oils from your skin touching the wheels or anything of that sort. Because then 2 weeks later, you're gonna be like, why is my coating not beating anymore? Well, wonder why. And definitely coating the barrels is worth it, because it's one of those areas where, you know, a lot of people don't have the tools to properly reach, or especially on this car where the brakes are just so big that you can't even really get to it. So hopefully just the water stream and the wheel cleaner will really assist with that. Crystal serum, G-Technique, that's what we're using, and then we're going to follow up with 2 coats of EXO once that has cured. I usually don't use these applicators on the paint. This is what comes with the bottle, but it works pretty good on wheels and stuff because you can really move it around to get it how you need it. Just want to make sure we get everything. Don't want to miss any areas. And again, it doesn't take much of this stuff. You really don't need to go glopping it everywhere. It's, once you can see that thin layer, that's all you need. And you want to make sure that when you're wiping it off, you do get everywhere, because you don't want to be left with any high spots, because the only way you can get a high spot off is by polishing. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be sitting here polishing wheels. There's a company that came out with like a fancy wheel stand where Matt has it. You can just plop the wheel on it and roll the wheel around. It's freaking awesome. But the main reason why we go through this is it's very rewarding when you go to clean the car. The car just, you know, especially the wheels. I just did a maintenance wash on a Hellcat where I did the wheels on it as well, and I forgot what it was like to have coated wheels. It just makes that cleaning process so much easier. It's kind of hard to maybe see on camera, but you could definitely see the gloss.
No, we can see it.
We could definitely see it right now. They could really see how Ford said, no, we're not gonna finish the wheel all the way. A key thing when you're doing barrels is please make sure that when you wipe, you're going back to the front, because if you get this on the front of the wheel and you don't go back and wipe it, you just put a high spot right on your rim.
All right, well, wheels are on. Looking pretty. Day 2 of detailing the 2020 GT500. Where did the GT500 go? Well, it got hotter. Nick is making a hole.
The new AC unit we got.
Yeah, GT500 got kicked out just temporarily. Me, I'm just chilling in front of the air conditioning unit on my wheelchair. And we're gonna get this thing hooked up, get AC in Nick's garage, and then back to detailing. So we'll have this hooked up and snap. Snap. If I could snap. Can you snap? Oh wow, it's done.
Wow.
That was really easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Full air.
Now I gotta pull the GT500 in.
Show them where we went from.
little fan. A fancy little duck. Going up into the attic. Nice cold.
Shout out to Shiro.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad.
here's the before. And here's the after on the roof. Still working, just first pass. Before, after.
Alright, so we didn't manage to film any of the correcting and ceramic coating on the GT500, but Nick got it finished. I think, what, you spent like 2 days on it?
4 days.
4 days total. So we're gonna shoot it over to Nick and he's gonna tell you a little bit about it.
What's up, guys? Here we have the 2020 GT500 Rapid Red. It's actually a tri-coat color. Looks amazing once it's polished and ceramic coated. As you saw from the footage earlier, took delivery of the car, put it up on jack stands. The wheels came off for a thorough decontamination in order for the ceramic coating to bond it correctly. We coated the wheels with G-Technique Crystal Serum Light and topped it with XOV4. So 3 coats total, 1 ceramic layer and 2 coats of the topper. Then I moved on to the decon part of the car, and then we started polishing. The entire car was a 2-step process. We used a microfiber cutting pad and Jescar correcting compound, followed up by a yellow pad and Sonax Perfect Finish. Once that was done, I wiped the car down with CarPro Eraser and topped it with a Crystal Serum Light and then 2 coats of XOV4. Finished up the car, I think yesterday, and sat in the garage, got a little bit dusty, so we blew it off, and I wiped it down with some P&S Bead Maker just to get the gloss back and get the dust off of it. It's very important to not wipe. A lot of people, we want to see the car, it's got dust on it, we want to wipe it. Wiping creates marring and tiny scratches into the car, so whenever a car gets dirty, we want to just wash it. We don't want to be doing any wiping. So if you can turn to the light, we can see. You're wondering, it's a brand new car, it has 1,700 miles on it. The car actually had tons of imperfections in it, especially in the black roof. There was tons of swirls, scratches, holograms. The paint also had scratching and marring, and the owner was adamant to not have the dealer touch it, but we all know that they do touch it whenever it comes in for delivery, and all it takes is 1 wash from these guys and it's RIP to the paint, unfortunately. But also managed to remove a lot of the Ford orange peel to give it that smooth appearance while maintaining clear coat life. And also, guys, if anybody's in the Daytona, Orlando, Jacksonville, any of these areas, this guy actually lived 2 hours away from me and we were able to pick the car up and get the job done. Andrew will put a link in the description to my page. Feel free to go over there, you'll see all my work. I've been doing this for about 8 years, and I've got some of the best equipment around, and it really is my passion doing this stuff. So if you guys want this, hit me up.
Thank you. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you hit the like button down below. If you want to pick up any merch, MustangLifestyle.net, go ahead and click that link down in the description.
Nitrous F-150!
Nitrous F-150 coming soon, and we'll see you guys in the next one.